Hello, race fans. You have tuned into Gravity Throttle Racing here at Shavano Mountain Raceway, and we want to welcome you to the 8th and final group race of the Baja Bouncer Invitational. My name is Aaron Tate.
Hey, this is Richard Gere, and I'll be guiding you through each race. But Aaron's going to introduce you to the last 4 competitors.
This is the number 16 seed from Manchild Motorsports. It's Papa Pugsley from Iowa. Next to him, from MQH Racing, the number 17 seed is Boondocks, and Boondocks comes from Idaho. Now closer to home, G4 Diecast, the number 18 seed is Daddy G, and he is from Colorado. Not far from here. Then, finally, from SST Diecast is the number 15 seed, and that's Johnny Smoke from South Carolina. Race fans, you better be tracking and buckle up.
There are 8 races altogether, and they will rotate through the lanes twice. This is race 1. The top score for a win is 4 points, 3, 2, 1, and if you DNF, it's 0. Here we go with race 1. Over the creek jump, and Daddy G has a slight lead, but there, Johnny Smoke pulls out next to him, and Daddy G is tumbled over in the snow. Johnny is drifting and trying to get himself righted. Look at the battle going on in the Joker lane as Papa Pugsley pulls out ahead of Boondocks, and Boondocks is stuck in the tunnel. It may be he is the only one left as he makes his way now around the Big U, and then he will enter the Scrambler. He's holding himself quite well, sliding through with a good time. After all that, and here comes Johnny Smoke. Johnny will take second as he survives.
Survival is key, ladies and gentlemen. And take a look here at Daddy G. A lot of speed, but very uncharacteristic of a car with smaller wheels and lower CG. Now, meanwhile, in the Joker lane, it's Papa Pugsley that pulls up next to Boondocks, and you watch him go through, and it's Boondocks left in the tunnel. There's Johnny Smoke. Johnny does make it down the runway and takes the second place finish, and Papa Pugsley leads with 4.
Okay, and race fans, we're now at race 2 with Daddy G on the outside. There's Johnny Smoke moved to the inside. Green lights are on, and there goes Daddy G and Boondocks on the outside. They're looking quite fast, and Boondocks pulls out in the lead. Whoa! It's a wall ride, a spin around. Daddy G maintains his composure and is still in the race. Boondocks just decided to not drift at all. Look at Daddy G coming along. Boondocks is still holding the lead. And I think all 4 drivers are in the competition. I see a third one. There's the 4th one. As Boondocks swivels on through, and so does Daddy G first and second. Johnny Smoke takes 3rd, and Papa in 4th.
We begin with the overhead drone at the instant replay and watch Johnny Smoke and Papa Pugsley as they wrestle it out. Here comes Johnny Smoke. He's first in the Joker lane. Papa Pugsley is about to gain some speed, and you'll see through the course the rest of the race, he makes a lot of ground back up and nearly catches up to Johnny Smoke. Here they come around the Big U. Johnny's in 3rd, Papa's in 4th, and that's the way they finish. After the second round of race is complete, a tie exists between Johnny and Papa Pugsley at 5.
Aaron, what do you think so far?
I would have to say it's a little too early to make a judgment. I like what I'm seeing out of Johnny Smoke and Papa Pugsley.
Well, the lights are green, Aaron, and now it's race number 3. We're going to see if they really hold it together. Daddy G on the outside there, or on the inside, look really good, and look at Papa Pugsley. Nice drift there. That puts him well ahead. If the train points were in play, he'd be getting train points no problem, but we're still in the first half of the racing, and Papa Pugsley holds a nice lead in first place. Once again, he's over. He flipped over, but he's coming through. There's Daddy G in 2nd, and no one else. Okay.
All right, race fans, we'll begin here at the Mesa Butte Cam on the instant replay. And keep your eyes on Johnny Smoke right there as he shimmies coming down. That was an excellent drift by Papa Pugsley. And then Boondocks just doesn't drift again, and he gets stuck. And here you'll see, once again, something must have broke, because Johnny Smoke got nowhere except the apex of the turn in the Joker lane.
Well, Aaron, I just heard back from Johnny's crew. The truck is fine. He's ready for the next race.
Well, that's always good to hear. Now, race 3 wraps up with Papa Pugsley taking the win. He is in the lead with 9, and Daddy G has 6.
This is the race before the halftime. And race fans, the trucks have rotated through all the lanes. Johnny Smoke is in the catbird seat, and just outside of him is Papa Pugsley, who noses out in the lead. Now Johnny whips out in the lead, and looks like Daddy G is right on his interior. Johnny's got a good drift. Look at that excellent drift by Papa Pugsley. And Johnny goes over the train jump. A little bit of a sliding around, but he's got the lead still, and he's holding it down runway 3. Here come the other drivers, all 4 still in contention. Johnny is still in the lead, but look at Papa Pugsley come out, and he's trying, but no. Johnny Smoke will take the win, and Papa gets pushed through for second. Daddy G in third. Where's Boondocks?
We'll show you, ladies and gentlemen, exactly what happened to Boondocks. But first, this may be the best tandem drift. Think about it. From the inside lane, Johnny hit the wall just right, moved on through, and then Papa Pugsley, another very smooth drift. Boondocks here halfway down the runway, spins around and stalls out. The other three drivers come down the scrambler. It's very tight. Johnny Smoke wins. Now he has 9. But leading into the halftime, Papa Pugsley has 12.
Hello, Richard. It's your mother.
Hello, Mrs. Portia Gear.
Come on in, Mom. Harvey. Oh, Billy. Hold my beer, guys.
Richard, those 3 sound like you.
Mom, they're not even close to sounding.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're very happy to announce that Billy has made a full recovery. Dr. Dodge has given him permission to ride his Soapbox Derby therapy car without a hospital bed.
It's time for
Marble Sucker.
Bay City Darrell is on the inside lane, and James Ironbeard is next to him, and oh, Billy really got thrown off. Now, James is pushing the blue, and it is Bay City Darrell pushing the green. We hope that Billy's okay. Wow, it's very close, and the green marble. Bay City Darrell has a slight lead, and in fact, his truck has a slight lead. The Soapbox Derby cart is going on its own, and Bay City Darrell is pulled out of the tunnel. We don't see James Ironbeard, and the green marble has stretched that lead coming down. And it will be the green marble and Bay City Darrell taking the win, and the Soapbox Derby car taking second.
All right, race fans, we'll go back to the instant replay and take a look at Billy as he lands over the creek jump and gets thrown out over 2 lanes. Watch carefully again. Billy is just punished. I don't think I trust Dr. Dodge's advice here. Poor Billy, look at him. Let's go back to the instant replay as they try to figure out how to revive Billy. And that's not bad. Dr. Dodge's Soapbox Derby car is looking good, but there's where James Ironbeard got stuck.
What in the world was Dr. Dodge thinking?
And Bay City Darrell has a green marble in the lead. All looks good for him. Ooh, once again, we're looking back at Billy. And Mo has a keg of beer.
Okay, and race fans, if you remember, it was Chicken George that Billy tried to catch.
That's right.
And he wouldn't drink any beer after getting struck. Look at him!
Oh.
Now he's drinking. Or at least he's sipping the keg. Wait a minute, now he's getting his head in there.
No, I think he's going overboard.
Somebody hold him back. Okay, I think he's recovered.
I think Dr. Dodge knew what he was doing when all of us doubted him, especially after that accident. But Billy seems perfectly capable of holding his beer once again.
Hey, Aaron, you're so handsome.
Oh, thank you.
Richard, I don't want you to be like the Hold My Beer guys.
Yes, Mom.
They probably listen to the evil rock and roll music like the Doobie Brothers.
Mom?
Richard, do you know what a doobie is?
Yes, Mom, I know.
Aaron, what is a doobie?
It is Scooby's middle name.
Oh, Aaron, you're so funny. If Richard had your sense of humor, he might be as good as 3D Bot Maker.
What? Mom? Thanks for the vote of confidence.
I'm going to go now.
Bye, Miss.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mrs. Portia.
Oh, my Mom. Oh, it was Johnny. Johnny, yes, he finished in first.
All right, let's go back to the instant replay after the halftime now, and the train is active. Take a look at what happens to Papa Pugsley. He does recover and continue on, and Boondocks has a lead going down the Joker lane. Now Papa Pugsley needs to catch up, and look at the way he moves in. Side by side, they go around the Joker lane. Now Johnny Smoke is arm wrestling with Daddy G and leaves him behind, but misses the train jump. So no extra points for Johnny. He does win, and with 4 more points, he has 13. Papa Pugsley takes second, and poor Boondocks is left in the tunnel again.
Wow, left in the tunnel again, twice in one race. That is, Aaron, that is awfully difficult to believe. Boondocks is now in the catbird seat. This is race 6. Johnny's closest to us. Boondocks has a good lead. Daddy G is pulling out ahead. Oh, but suddenly gets stopped. And now Boondocks is not drifting. He is spinning around. Daddy G, or excuse me, it is Papa Pugsley with the lead on the Joker lane. Boondocks is coming around, but look at that. As Papa makes a nice little scurry run around the big U, he has got the lead. Coming down, he's doing well, taking first place, and it's Boondocks sliding through, and it is Johnny Smoke that doesn't make it.
Well, race fans, it seems like every other race, we've got a driver that just decides not to finish. And this last race here, watch, Daddy G. Take a look again here as he comes through and shimmies, and he's stuck. And even Papa Pugsley had a little trouble, but managed to get through. Boondocks is not interested in drifting. He wants to twirl around. And he does come around. Is he going to make it to the train? And yes, he just clips the back edge of the train. I'm sure other racers like Mr. Dark and Ironbeard Customs would argue that he only touched the coupling, but he did in fact touch the back of the boxcar. After 6 races, it is Boondocks with a second place finish and another point. He's at 8, but Papa Pugsley is comfortably sitting in the lead with 19.
Race fans, this is now race 7. The all-critical race 7 and Boondocks' Daddy G are both 5 points behind Johnny Smoke, so watch the inside and the outside lanes. Everyone clears the jump, and oh my goodness, Daddy G has just got caught in the snow. Boondocks he's going to take the wall, baby. And there he goes. He's right behind Papa Pugsley. That was very good. He got an extra point, and he currently stands ahead of Johnny Smoke. There we see Papa Pugsley distancing himself, and Boondocks is having a little bit of problems here. He's playing Army Golf on the runway. Back, forth, left, right. He spins around, and here comes Johnny. Johnny is pulled ahead of him, and he's going to finish ahead of Boondocks for second place.
With Johnny passing Boondocks at the end there, he maintains a 5-point lead ahead of Boondocks. This means there is no way for either Daddy G or Boondocks to catch Johnny Smoke. Johnny Smoke and Papa Pugsley will be moving on.
You are correct, Aaron, and that leaves race 8 as more of a consolation for the drivers.
I want to challenge you to be perfectly quiet, Richard.
Perfectly quiet. Okay. How'd I do, Aaron?
You did very well, Richard. I'm sure that will send our ratings through the roof.
What? Thanks.
All right,
Thanks,
ladies
Aaron.
and gentlemen, let's take a look at Johnny Smoke and Papa Pugsley just go down in a blaze of glory. Boondocks and Daddy G are left to finish the race, and they come on through, but the real action happened here over the train jump. It's good to see these two. They were really fighting it out, but one little slip up by Johnny, and suddenly Papa had him turned over. The race is over, ladies and gentlemen. All the group races have ended. Johnny Smoke and Papa Pugsley will be moving on.
We began, ladies and gentlemen, with 32 race teams, 32 Baja Bouncers, and we are now down to these 16. Based on their finishing scores, as well as the number of first-place finishes, we have grouped them into 4 quarterfinals. In quarterfinal number 1 is Sneaky Bob, Strike, Janabi, and Johnny Smoke. The second quarterfinal is Papa Pugsley, Numbskull, Arlo, and Dusty Miles. Quarterfinal number 3 features Sam Hall, Isley, Rez, and Giorgio. And the final quarterfinal will feature Puff, Killikowski, Mr. Dark, and Lone Star.
Are you tracking?